Andy. Good morning, everyone. So, online friends, can you hear my voice? Okay, right. The last class, we are trying to type one application anyway. That is cookie session tracking. We are trying. Session management. The process of tracking the user in session is known as a session management. To track the user, there are four techniques available in servlet programming. One is cookie, one is HTTP session, one is URL rewriting, one is hidden form fields. Session means the time interval between user login to user logout. We are calling it as a session. Today I'm trying to give a clarity on cookie anyway. So yesterday I started one program to you roughly. I took some user app. So this is the application we are trying to develop it. For this, we are using one table known as user reg 61 we are using, and the home page of your project is login.html. So being a new user, whenever you click on new user, one HTML form will come, user.html. Through this, we are filling our registration details. We are clicking on register. Here one register servlet will take the details through request object, create one bean object and load the data to bean object. We pass that bean object as parameter to one method register. Through this, your JDBC logic database updated means the data is updated in the database table, means inserted to database table and returns one value known as K now. If K is greater than 0, register.jsp saying user registered successfully, and this is the output. From here, we have to start it. Okay, right. Select star from user reg 61. Anyway, yesterday we done this registration. Okay, right. Sir, when the application deployed local host 8082 slash application servlet 4, I think. User, the first object created servlet context. Servlet context. One address where server information tomcat. This object can be used by JSP, some implicit name known as application. I made in the diagram now to you. Application is the implicit name. Like this, small information. After that, the control will go to your web.xml anyway. Web.xml. Because yesterday registration completed, we are performing login because cookie will start today anyway. So control will come here. Through this, that login.html will come. Our login.html will come. Login.html will come. Where we are collecting username. Yesterday we registered no nit.b, our registration, and password mjdu672. So username and password. We had one submit button as login here. Login. Here new user yesterday. New user option has been constructed already. Today I'm clicking on login. Today's concept is login. So here I took some action. Action is equal to log. I kept it. Hope I stopped the tomcat, I think. I stopped the tomcat. Here, user app, login.html. Here, login.html. So log here. So through this log here, control will come to one servlet. The servlet is login servlet. Running on URL pattern log. So this servlet is identified. This is one post request one. Why I'm writing request one means you have to observe the cookie, no? When the cookie is coming. Okay, right. first request is I am sending my username password. This username password REQ and RES. For diagrammatic formula, these two boxes. Sir, here the data is there. Uname is equal to NIT not to be. Password is equal to MZU672. The data is available in the request object, you know. Okay, right. Now the servlet has to take this username and password inside. Some username, some UN I am taking, NIT not to be, some password MZU672. Like this, the data is accessed. From that request, we took the data. All of it clear? Right. Okay. Now, after servlet taking the data, now it has to check that username password in the database. Whenever it want to check in the database, DAO logic is needed. So it is taking the support of one DAO. It takes the support of one DAO, some 0x45 roughly. This one is login DAO object. This is one login DAO object. Right. I am writing the login DAO object logic first. I'm writing. Okay, right. So what it will do is one instance variable we are taking. The instance variable is user bin ub equal to null. I'll take one variable ub equal to null. Means object not available, just one variable user bin ub equal to null. I'll take one method here. I'll take one method. The method return type is user bin. User bin perform login process by taking string username and string password. We are passing this username and password as parameter. This username nit.b mzu672. We call that login method. Servlet will call that login method and pass this to. All of understood that is string ending. This is string anyway. Right. Now it is passing. So what that login will do? It will run a query. Select star from, right? User REG61, where username is equal to password is equal to. If username password available, one record will come out. One record will come to result set. Yes or no? Na? Whatever the record came to result set, we take that data from the result set and keep into one bin. Means create bin object and load it. When the login successful here, create one bin object. One user bin object is created. One user bin object is created. User bin object created. Whatever the details available on the result set, we load it here. Some uname is equal to nit.v. Password is equal to mzu672. First name is equal to, last name is equal to, address is equal to, mail ID is equal to, phone number is equal to, like this. The details will come from the database. Based on the username password, if login is successful, the data is available on the result set. Whatever the details available on the result set, we load it to bean object. Now this bean object reference will be loaded here. 0x47. It loads. This bean object reference will be loaded here. The login will do the login process and address will be loaded. Whatever the user being available here now, it returns RETURN, return UB. It returns UB. The returned value will come back here. UB is equal to 0x47. Means your servlet will take the data. Whatever the user been created, whatever the user been created here, the user bean address will come to here. All of you understood this? Says or no to me? That's a problem. If user bean null came, if you bean null came, login failed. If user bean null, suppose if I return UB, null only here, null only came to servlet, login failed. Some address came, login successful. That is a login process, common login process for your applications. All applications, same pattern. Let me construct up to here. First, I will construct login DAO. I will construct. Today's class starts with constructing one program continuation. Again, one layout will come, second layout. Here, login DAO dot Java. Login DAO dot Java. Login DAO dot Java. See there. Java resources under test, right click on test, new, take one class, login DAO. So import java.sql. So public user bean UB equal to null. UB equal to null. Null means default value. Take one method. User bean is the return type. Login of string username and string password. It is taking two strings as username and password. Return UB. Here we write one try catch. So here same logic. Connection con is equal to db connection dot get con. Accessing existing connection. Prepared statement PS is equal to con dot prepared statement. Here, select star from user reg61 where uname is equal to and password is equal to. So these two are column names, username and password. Select star from user reg61 where username and password. How many parameter indexes available? Two. First one is username, second one is password. You set it. So ps dot set string parameter index 1. This is username. ps dot set string parameter index 2. This is password. Then run. Result set rs is equal to ps dot execute query. If username password is correct, the record is available on the result set. If rs dot next. Why I'm using if condition? Because single record only will come. If the record available true, rs dot next, it moves the cursor forward. Record available means create object. ub is equal to new user bean object. So this is bean object. If login successful, if the record available on the result set, then object created. Unless object not created. If object not created means here username password is wrong here. Object not created means here UB will be null. That's the meaning. Now we are visualizing the data available in the result set. So load the data to bin. Ubin dot set username rs dot get string from column number 1. ub dot set password rs dot get string from column number 2. ub dot set first name rs dot get string from column number 3. So we are trying to load the data from result set to bean object. ub dot set string, sorry, last name. ub dot set last name rs dot get string from column number 4. ub dot set address rs dot get string from column number 5. So ub dot set mail id rs dot get string from column number 6. ub dot set phone number rs dot get long from column number 7. Cross check once. Name, password, first name, last name, address, mail ID, phone number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hope you understood this logic. So whatever the data available in the result set, the data is loaded to one bean object. Now this bean object will come to your servlet. That's a concept. Okay, right. Now what the servlet will do? Now I am going for servlet program. So now I am going for login servlet dot java. Login servlet dot java. Login servlet dot java. Right click on test, new one class. Here login servlet login servlet. So import java.io. Import Jakarta.servlet. Import Jakarta.servlet.http. Import Jakarta.servlet.annotation. at the rate of web servlet of double quotes slash log. It extends from HTTP servlet. Here protected. Void do post of HTTP servlet request REQ. HTTP servlet response RES throws SERVLET servlet exception and IO exception. Right. Somebody asked yesterday suppress. Suppress means removing the warning. Whatever the warning is there, core Java. This is suppress. Dictionary meaning is close. Close warning. It's a core Java warning. Core Java annotation, that is. Right. Look here. Here, what that servlet will do. Servlet will take this username and password first inside. It will take it. It will collect the username password. String username is equal to req dot get parameter of uname. Get that username inside. Now, string password is equal to req dot get parameter and password. So the username password came inside. That username password came inside. So whenever the username password came inside, you have to give this username password to this method, login method. If I want to call this login method, I must create object for login DAO. So create object for login DAO. New login DAO. New login DAO. New login DAO here. Dot name is login DAO only, no? Login, I forget the name, refactor, rename, login DAO. New login DAO dot login, pass username and password. Whenever you pass username and password here, this login method will return user bean. It will return user bean. All of you understood this, right? Suppose UB is null. If that UB equal to null. Null means login failed. Null means login failed. It's a meaning actually. So login failed means from here, the output will come to one JSP. If it is null, suppose if UB equal to null, the control should come to one JSP. The JSP name I'll give it as message.jsp. I'll give it. From this message.jsp, output should come. Output is nothing but invalid login process. And here again, that login.html should come because you have to perform the login now again. Login.html should come. So this is the output should come. If the login failed, this is the output. If the login failed, if UB is null, I am forwarding the control to message.jsp. Whenever I forward the control to message.jsp, this will give the message. Okay, right. For this, I am writing the logic like this. UB is equal to null. REQ dot set attribute. You know the attribute, no? Yes or no? Na? Attribute means adding one variable indirectly. Attribute name is message. I am putting one message here. The message is invalid login process. I'm keeping. This is a message I am keeping. And I am forwarding the control. REQ dot get request dispatcher. I am forwarding the control to message.jsp dot forward request and response. This is null means. So if it is not null, means what? Login successful. When the login successful, create cookie. Now the cookie will be created. When the login successful, create a cookie. When the login is successful here. Suppose if it is not null, login successful. When the login successful, we are creating one cookie object. We are creating one cookie object. We are creating 0x 0x some 98. So this is one cookie object. One cookie object I am creating. While creating cookie object, here one constructor is there. Can you see the constructor? So this is constructor having the same name of the class. So while I'm creating object for class, constructor is executed. Through constructor, I'll pass some message. Okay, right? Like this. So cookie object is created here. Cookie object. Cookie. CK is equal to new cookie. Sir, this is cookie object creation. Nothing but cookie creation. While object creation, I must pass one name, I must pass one value. Both are strings only I can pass because here is two strings. Some information we are going to keep. Sir, what information means your company will specify what you have to keep. For now, I'll keep the first name I'll keep. So in this cookie, I'm going to give the first name. The first name I'll keep. What is the name I given here now? F name I given. Some F name I given. Now, here you have to add that first name. I will add the first name. Sir, already user bean is there, no, sir? In that bean object, already first name is there. Get it. You bean dot get first name. Get it. So your cookie object created. How the cookie object created? Cookie object created with one information inside. So name has been taken. F name has been taken. That F name is assigned with one value. So F name is a name. This is name. And this is value. This is value. All of you understood? Some information I kept in the cookie. I kept some information in the cookie. Okay, right. After keeping that information in the cookie now, here, I am adding the cookie to response because it has to come to web browser. No, cookie should come to web browser. To add the cookie to the response, we had a method known as res dot add cookie. Response dot add cookie. What is the cookie name now? Sorry. What is the cookie address now? CK. This is adding cookie to response. Adding cookie to response. After adding the cookie to response now, login successful message should come or not now? Login successful message should come and welcome the message also should come. Okay, right. Whenever the login successful message or welcome message, something, welcome some name, if not something, you have to get it. Anyway, I am forwarding the control. REQ dot get request dispatcher. I am forwarding the control. What they done? Right. Thank you. Right. Here, I'll forward the control to here. Login dot JSP dot forward. Request and response. I am forwarding. These 3 lines you understood, say yes or no to me once. Right. Just create one cookie. When the login successful, create one cookie object. Add that cookie object to the response and forward. Request and response, both you forward to one JSP. Same response only will go, no? With that response, cookie also will go. So now the response is coming out in the form of JSP. Sir, from here, the response is coming now. The response is coming in the form of one JSP. Login dot JSP. I want to keep one output here. I want output like this. Welcome. Welcome. Username, because login successful. Followed by, I want to give the options. Remaining options I have to provide. Whenever the login successful, I must give the options or not now? What options I must give now? You want to see the profile, you can see. If you want to edit the profile, you can edit. If you want to log out, you can log out. I'll give the 3 options if the login successful. I'll give the 3 options if the login successful. 1, view profile. I'll give the option view profile. I'll give the option as edit profile and logout option. I'll give it. So this is the output we are expecting now. Understood this point? Right. Okay. Now, cookie will be traveling with this response. Cookie means through that response only cookie will come. Roughly I am drawing. The cookie will come because I am forwarding the response to JSP. Same response only coming to JSP. Through that response, here cookie will come. Here cookie will come. Now, the cookie will come to web browser and it will sit there. The cookie will come and sit in the web browser. That is a web browser block only that one. Imagine cookie will come. So finally cookie is coming and storing in the web browser. Right, look here. One point you have to catch it. So whenever the response came, all objects are destroyed except context. Except context object, all objects will be destroyed because the response came, no? Whenever the response came to JSP, automatically servlet objects destroyed except request and response. Once the response comes from the login.jsp to web browser, in the server based, all objects are destroyed except context. Here the question is, sir, when you are adding the cookie here, cookie is an object, no? Then how object will travel? Object will not travel. Object will not travel. So then what it is traveling now? That object converting into stream. That only were serialization. All of you got this point now? This object converting into stream. This object state is converting into stream. Sir, who is converting now? This add cookie method is there, no? This add cookie method. This method will this method internally perform serialization. Internally perform what now? Serialization. Means add cookie method. By taking this cookie address, this add cookie method is a predefined method. Logic is available internally. Convert that object state into stream and add it to your protocol and send it. Now the cookie converted into stream and traveling. All of you got this point, right? But original copy is here only. Original copy here only. State taken. Object state taken. Object state. Now what happened now? When the response comes, this object state converted into stream and came to web browser. All of it clear? Right. This cookie object destroys. This cookie object destroys. Because already stream came out. Means object state converted. Means copy, duplicate copy. Object state converted into stream and came out. All of you right? The cookie object there destroys. Now, sir, how this name will come? Welcome user V means Venkat, how it will come? First name, how it will come? If JSP want to display this first name, it has to access the bean object or not now? Yes or no? Na? Louder. Still louder I want. I am running a class to demonstrate a logics only, not a program. If a program, I executed 80 plus batches in my advanced Java, I can dump the code if you want code. If you want a project code, N number is there with me. But you have to catch the logic what I'm writing. If you run the program, don't feel happy. If you understand the program, then you feel happy. Without understanding the program, if you run the program, that is not practical. So I am trying the logic, not program. Okay, right. So here, cookie already destroyed. Sir, here welcome user Venkat or some first name should come. First name is in the bean, no sir. But whenever the response comes, bean will be destroyed, no sir. I must protect this bean now. Sir, how can you protect it, sir? If you want to protect it, it should be linked to somebody. If it is linked to somebody, then it is protected. Who is that somebody? Context. Who is not destroyed now? Context not destroyed. If you can link this bean object to context, now the bean will be protected. All of understood this point now. So if I can add address of bean object to context, then bean object protected. From context, JSP can access. Application is there, no? Implicit name available or not now? Right. Now I am linking the bean object to, I am linking that bean object to your context. I am linking. I am linking here. So the bean object must come here. So that user bean, you bean, I want to link that address here 0x47. I have to link it. Means I must add attribute to context. I must add attribute to context. Means this bean object reference I'm trying to link here. This address I'm trying to link here. If I can link here now, all objects destroyed except two objects. One is context, one is user bean. Cookie destroyed also no problem. Already state converted into stream and came out. All of you got it now, right? How to add it? Whenever I want to add it, servlet will say. Whenever I want to add that, where is this? So whenever I want to add internally perform, 1 minute. Internally perform serialization process. Now I want to add this user bean object to context. I want to access. So whenever you want to access context object, servlet context SCT is equal to REQ dot get servlet context, means accessing context object reference. Accessing servlet context object reference. Servlet context object reference. We are accessing the reference, means that address will come inside. What is the address of context now? 0x1. That address will come here. Sir, we are accessing SCT is equal to 0x1. We are accessing the context address. It's a new thing. All of you understood this line? Right. So we are accessing servlet context object. Once it is accessed, SCT dot set attribute. Attribute name, I'll take it as you bin. I'll take it. You bin, I'm adding. So adding user bin. User bin to servlet context. All of you understood this now? Successfully, user been linked to servlet context. Now, your JSP can access. How JSP will access now? Sir, JSP can get that user bin inside. This user bin it can access. UB is equal to 0x47. It can access. It can access. UB is equal to 0x47. I can access. How you can access means for you, application implicit name is there. Your application implicit name can access this one. So finally, JSP can access this bean and display this. All of you understood this? Say yes or no to me. All of you catching, be alert in the room, because all our object references only we are accessing. Okay, right. Now all objects destroyed except two objects. One bean is available in the server because it is linked to context. When the context destroyed, then bean will go. Unless bean is available there only. Okay, right. Now let us write login.jsp. Login.jsp. under web app, new JSP, login dot JSP, click on finish. So we have to import here. I introduced the import syntax to you. Import test dot user bean, because user bean object is coming. From where that user bean object is coming now, search scriptlet. User bean object is coming. User bean UB is equal to convert into user bean. Here application implicit name dot get attribute. Attribute name is u bean. If you know the subject, logic will come. If you don't know the subject, logic will not come. Logic is nothing but knowing the subject. Logic is not intelligence. And everybody can become a code writer. For that, computer science BTech degree only not needed. Even one school student also can become a code writer if he knows subject. That only know junior code writers. My daughter also will write a program. She is 7th class now. She will write a code. For that, not needed, no. Degree not needed now. My daughter will write one C program now. This is eighth, going to 8th now. She'll write a C program. C basics, she'll run it. Where comes degree here? BTech CS needed. I am BTech CC. She is 7th class. She is writing C program. I am writing C program. For the degree not needed. If you know the subject, you can write the logic. All possibilities you must know. The developer has to think all possibilities. Which possibility I can use. If we can use it, that is logic writing. Remember, you must know I can add one attribute to context. You must know I must add one attribute to context. If you know it, then you can access. Right. Now user bin UB is equal to application dot get attribute UBin. So this came. Once it came now, I can display this now. Right. Welcome, I can say. Welcome, I can say. Here out dot print ln. Welcome. Welcome user. Welcome user. Here UB dot get first name, followed by I must give 3 anchor tags. One view profile, edit profile, and logout. So 3 anchor tags. One is view profile. One is edit profile. Edit profile. One is logout. 3 options I'm giving. For view profile, href is equal to view. For edit profile, href is equal to edit. href is equal to logout. So we are going to create 3 servlets more. So view profile, edit profile, and logout. 3 options. So this is login.jsp. Suppose if login failed, if login successful means this one will come. If login failed means we will come now here message.jsp. 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 I am taking message.jsp. Right click on web app, new and JSP. This is message.jsp. Message.jsp. Here scriptlet. From where the message is coming to message.jsp. Sir, servlet is sending the message through request. Login servlet. Login servlet. See there. UB is equal to null. We are adding attribute to whom now? Request. What attribute name now? Message. The message is holding what now? Invalid login process. The message, one variable added to request. I am forwarding to message.jsp. The message.jsp request will hold that attribute. So get that attribute. What attribute now? String. Because I given double quotes there, no string will come. So string message is equal to, I am converting. Why means why I am converting now? I given a notes on attributes. Get attribute method return type is object. You have to convert into our user defined string object or some other object. So here request dot get attribute. Attribute name is what now? Message. Now, once the message came now, the control should go to login.html. It should go. Then your at the rate of include file is equal to login. I given lowercase, I think. Login, lowercase, okay. Login dot html. All of you understood this says or no to me? Right. Can I run the program? Right. Okay. Login dot html. Any mistake I done? Right. Look here. Run as run on server. Click on finish. Username, password. Click on login. Welcome user Venkatesh. And three options are available. You want to see your profile, or you want to edit the profile, or you want to log out. All of you understood this? That's our output. Suppose if I entered wrongly here, message.jsp should come, no, whether it is running or not. They're checking the option. Run as, run on server, click on finish. MJDU672 and login. I given correctly, yeah. Message.jsp must come, no. Message.jsp is not coming. 1 minute. What I done? Here, message.jsp. Very good. Here, out dot println. Here, message. Run as, run on server. Click on finish. I must give the wrong one. And some MJDU672 login. Coming now. Invalid login process. All of you understood this? Right, okay. Now, sir, up to here, the output is coming. Up to here, are you clear? Right. Okay. Now see. Continuation. Now cookie came and sitting in the web browser. Background, all objects destroyed except two objects. One is context, one is user bean. Excuse me. Right. Click on this view profile. I must see the profile, no? Right. Profile means my details. I want to see. Now, whenever I click on view profile, there is one URL pattern available. Through this URL pattern, control will come to view. Now here, view profile servlet. View profile servlet. Sir, control is coming from here to here. When the control is coming from here to here form tag not available, method is equal to post not available. This request is get request. Yes or no? Na? Get request to, because second request in the program. Now here concept with this request, cookie will be traveling back. Whatever the cookie available in the web browser, once the cookie came from the same web browser, whenever you do any request, with that request, cookie also will be coming. With you, cookie also will come. Cookie means what? Copy of cookie will come, not original. Copy. Copy of cookie only will come, not original. The original is available in the browser only. Okay, right. The copy is added to request and come. When it is added to request and come, the cookie will come and available in the request object. The cookie will come and available in the request object. Cookie is available here. How cookie is available means in the form of stream. Cookie is available in the form of stream. All have understood, right? Now, what view profile servlet has to do now? This view profile servlet has to check cookie available or not, it has to check. If cookie available means you show the profile. If cookie not available, say your session expired, go and log in and come. That only tracking. Cookie is there means I'll give the profile to you. If cookie not there means you are invalid user, go and log in and come. That only tracking. Cookie is tracking the user. Now with that request, the cookie is coming to request object. Right. Look here. Cookie is available in the request. Now the concept is view profile servlet has to check cookie available or not. Cookie available means you are logged in user only. Cookie not available means session expired, go and log in and come. That only tracking. Okay, right. Now you have to get this cookie. Now I'm starting view profile servlet. View profile servlet dot Java. View profile servlet dot Java. I am writing one more servlet. right click on test, new, one class, view, profile, servlet, view profile servlet, import java.io, import Jakarta dot servlet, import Jakarta dot servlet dot http, import Jakarta dot servlet dot annotation at the rate of web servlet of double quotes slash view. Is a get request. Now extends http servlet here protected void do get of http servlet request req http servlet response res throws servlet servlet exception and IO exception is there. Now you have to access the cookie from the request. Okay, right. We had a method known as req dot get cookies. One method is there. One method.
Recording in progress.
The address is going to hold one cookie object. This reference will hold one cookie object. This reference is going to hold one cookie object. That only array flavor, Java array flavor this is. req dot get cookies method will count how many cookies available in the request object and create one array reference of size number of cookies. The meaning. This reference created to hold one cookie because here one is there. Now that cookie should be added to this array. How it is added now? We have to convert this stream into object. That only deserialization. We are converting back into object again. It is in the string form. You have to reconstruct into object. So get cookies method only will do. All work done by the get cookies. It converts that cookie into again object form. It converts. That only deserialization. Add cookie method will do serialization. Get cookies method will do deserialization, means stream into object will do. So again the object is converted back. This is cookie object. cookie object is reconstructed. Whatever available, the same will come out. Here we added f name. We added f name and v. Name and value will come back. Name and value will come back. And value will come back. Now, once the cookie object created, this cookie object reference is added here. 0x52 with index 0. This is the flavor. This is our Java flavored array of non-primitive data type array indirectly. So now C of 0 means this address will come. Yes or no? Na? Yes or no? This is flavor. Now once req dot get cookies created one object, that is C array object, that is 0x65. So this is the object created. Suppose here cookies are not available here. req dot get cookies will give null value. This C will be null. If cookies are not available, null. Here, if cookies are not available, C value will be null. Array comes under primitive or non-primitive? Non-primitive. Non-primitive variable default value null. If cookie is not available, null. If it is null, req dot set attribute, put one message here. The message is session expired. Because null value came, no? Session expired. Send this message to req dot get request dispatcher, send for message. Message.jsp. Message.jsp will display this message and login.html will come to forward. Request and response. All of you understood this? Right. Once the cookie available means one cookie object came, no? Right. From that cookie object, take that name outside. Take that name, not name, cookie value. Cookie value means the value is there, no? This one. This is the value. Value means this one. Sir, how can I get this value now? How can I get it now? C of 0. C of 0 means 0x52. 0x52 dot get value. The value will come out. C of 0 dot get value. The value will come. In cookie, I given that method now. Get value method given now. Right. The value will come. Whatever the value came here, add it. req dot set attribute, you add that. So same name you give. If not, you decrease this. C value is equal to C value. I'm adding to the request. Forward the request now here. Forward the request. req dot get request dispatcher forward. View profile. View profile dot JSP dot forward. Request and response. If it is cookie available, I took the value from the cookie. I added to request. I am forwarding to view profile. I am forwarding. Now the control will come to view profile. This view profile giving response to view profile.jsp. view profile dot JSP. In this view profile dot JSP, message will come. Message is nothing but still we are under page belongs to user V. Means still not logged out. Still the same page belongs to this user. Below that you display. His name is Venkat M. SR Nagar. You have to display the details or not now. Total details. Followed by again the same thing. View profile, edit profile, and so on. Instead of that, we are giving one edit profile here. Because already you are seeing the profile already. You give it as an edit profile and log out. These two options you give it. And log out. These two options you give it. Because already you are seeing the profile anyway. You give the option of your view profile and here cookie not traveled. Have you observed this? Cookie not traveled. Cookie came and checked, that's all. It will be destroyed there only. Original already available in the browser only. Original already available in the browser. All of understood this point? Original already available in the browser. One duplicate copy of cookie came, it checked and given the profile. Now let me write this view profile dot JSP. At the rate of override. View profile dot JSP. Right click on web app, new JSP, view profile dot JSP. View profile dot JSP. Here, scriptlet already value is coming from request. So string C value is coming in the form of string. Anyway, here our request dot get attribute of C value and out dot print ln. Here page belongs to user some C value like this. Below that profile should be displayed actually. Whenever you want profile now, to display the profile, already context is holding the user bin or not now. Now you take that user bin and display. So import equal to test dot user bin. So here take that user bin UB from from servlet context application dot get attribute you bin display it. Out dot print ln. Here you bin dot get first name. Display the first name directly. NBSP. NBSP. UB dot get last name. UB dot get address. UB dot get mail ID. UB dot get a phone number like this, and followed by two anchor tags, that is edit profile, and one more anchor tag is logout. So href is equal to edit and logout. href is equal to logout point here. So let me run this once. The profile is coming or not. Run as, run on server, click on finish. MJDU672, login and see the profile. Page belongs to user and that is your profile. If you want to edit some phone number, you can edit. If you want to edit some mail ID, you can edit like this. Edit logic will come and log out. All of you understood up to here? Right. So up to here, you type and come. Yesterday's program you typed, say yes or no to me. How many of you typed? Raise your hands. Right. Today you type this up to here. Tomorrow I'll continue with the logout. Edit profile I will not write now only. Edit logout and I'll make a review on cookie. Right. After that I'll start the next session track. I'll start. In that session track, I'll give the edit operations. Same logic will be same. So I'll give the edit profile there. Right. Take a break. Thank you very much for today.